Hello traders, this is Blake Morrow and you're listening to the week ahead video for March 3rd, 2019. I hope you guys and gals are having a great weekend. We got a really busy week. So before I get into it, I've got a couple housekeeping items I want to take care of. Now, first and foremost, if you guys and gals are going to be in the New York area in just over a week for the Traders Expo in New York, make sure you let us know. This is going to be one of the biggest currency trading events for the year, and we are not only going to be there, but we're also hosting an event in the evening. So if you think you can make it, any one of you, if you're listening to the week ahead videos, if you're part of the ForexAnalytix community, put in your name, email address, and register, and let us know that you're coming. It is free. And what I hear is Steve from Athens, Greece, is going to be buying free drinks for you guys. So you make sure you want to attend. It's going to be a pretty neat event. Also, what's really cool about that is we have Joe Perry, we have Steve V, and then we also have Grego Horvat, who's coming in from Slovenia. So if you want to meet some of our community of analysts and who runs this company, come and check it out. It's going to be a pretty cool event. All right, now let's talk about if you guys are not ForexAnalytix subscribers. If you're not, click right over here where it says sign up today for only $1. $1 for 10 days. Try us out. You can watch a video right in the middle here on I don't want to click on it, but you can watch a video on what ForexAnalytix is. You can see all the features of ForexAnalytix and read about it, but also download our mobile application. So on your iPhone or Samsung device or whatever you're using, download our app. It's free, and then you can have all of our analysis right at your fingertips, and then be part of our community. So, excuse me. So make sure you do that. Sign up today. Now let's talk about this next week. So this next week's actually going to be a very busy week. We discussed last week about the very low volatility in the currency market. I do believe we are getting to a point where volatility is going to start picking up. There are a few events this week that could really rock the boat. Most importantly, at the end of the week, we have the jobs data, but it's not just the NFP on Friday. We have the RBA is meeting this week. The Bank of Canada is meeting this week. The most important central bank that's meeting this week is the ECB. So that's pretty important central bank meetings that are happening this particular week. Plus, we have all these developments that are coming to fruition regarding Brexit on March 12th, just this next week. We expect to have the meaningful vote. So the pound's trying to reprice, a best and worst case scenario. So we're seeing some potential moves in the currency market that might actually start to take shape. So if you talk about like the euro, for example, let's go over to the daily chart and you can see the euro dollar. The euro is in a you can call this a bearish wedge. You can see their higher lows, lower highs. Blah, it's Sunday morning here for myself. Lower highs, consistent lows. Okay, we're developing like what could be seen as a bearish wedge. Also, if you really look at the euro dollar, there's a fib level that's about 50% retracement that we're rejecting, and the euro, even though very tight ranges for the last 2 weeks, you can see how tight those daily ranges the last 2 weeks are. We do have the ECB meeting, and the ECB is expected to roll out another LTRO, or long-term refinancing operation. So that the market's expecting a little bit more dovish slant from the ECB. But then you have the RBA, and you have the Aussie. Let's go take a look at the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar, here's your daily chart. We're at the lower end of a triangle and trying to actually break lower. You can see how we've been in this consolidation. We're attempting to break lower below 70 cents. Man, it could get ugly out there for the Aussie. Remember, there was a spike down in Asian trade a couple, well, actually it's been a couple of months now back. It was right at the beginning of the year. The Aussie could really start taking out stops below 70 cents, especially if the RBA comes in a little bit more dovish. Then you have the the Bank of Canada. Now, remember, the Bank of Canada, everybody's been kind of waiting on the Bank of Canada to normalize rates. But how hawkish is Pola going to be after last week's GDP numbers? Those numbers were pretty soft. And as you can see here, we have a big inverted head and shoulder pattern. I know if you've been following my charts as of late, I'm going to come back to this dollar index. You know, I've been discussing this big inverted head and shoulder pattern. We had, you know, if you saw our analysis from Friday, if you're part of the ForexAnalytix community, we were just looking for, you know, after the breakout post GDP, a dip. We didn't get quite the dip I was looking for towards 132. We got a dip to 132.10, and then we ripped up again. This is obviously I drew this out for our traders, but the move obviously happened very quickly. I drew it as we had that green bar coming through here. But we're at a neckline of our inverted head and shoulder pattern. If Pola's is, you know, dovish, you're talking about a move that could take us back towards channel highs. I mean, when you look at a channel of the U.S. dollar Canadian, you're looking towards, you know, maybe, you know, above 135 and quite possibly even higher. And then you haven't even sprinkled in the potential of like crude oil showing a little bit of weakness too. Let's go over to crude, and you can see what happened on Friday with crude oil. I mean, look at the candle on crude. I mean, crude, you know, myself and the team, if you didn't read the crude oil blog that we posted this week, you know, and you're not a paying ForexAnalytix subscriber, at least you can get some of our thoughts and ideas by just going to our blog. It is free. Okay, so there's the blog, and then you can read about crude oil, bullish now, a reversal coming. Read that blog. You know, take a look at it. You know, and you know, building the case for a weaker crude oil move and a bullish dollar Canadian, and also potentially a bullish U.S. dollar Norwegian krona, especially if we break out of this down channel. All right. Another currency that we don't follow on ForexAnalytix, but I do follow fairly closely, is I want you guys to pay attention to the U.S. dollar Swedish krona as well. The U.S. dollar Swedish krona, and I'm going to show you how important this chart is. This is a daily chart, and you'll notice this high that was put up in December of 2016. Then we had, and I want you to pay attention to this trend line. See this one right here? Okay, I'll even make it a different color for you guys, so a little bit easier for you to see it. Okay, so you can see that breakout of a bullish wedge. Okay, we broke out higher, tested trend highs, which is basically, you know, some people go, oh, it's a double top, or, you know, you just know it's key resistance, so it faded off that resistance. But notice how we are respecting right here. Let me grab okay, we're respecting that trend line. So if the euro, and I'll just come over to the euro dollar really quick, if the euro reverses from this 50% retracement, you can see the 50% retracement, we reverse and we start heading lower here, that US dollar Swedish krona is going to be a really great candidate for a long and then possibly breakout. Now if we break out, you have to imagine longer term what that looks like. You know, we start breaking above 945, and that's an extremely bullish breakout for the US dollar Swedish krona, and also potentially the euro. Now one other currency pair I'm going to bring to your attention before I wrap up this video is I'm going to take you over to the pound. Okay, the pound, very bullish move in the cable this week. We had completed, and most of you know that we had this bull flag pattern between here, 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 and here, and all we did is we challenged the just key resistance level, this 133, and you can see this big resistance zone through here. It's the dark red, big resistance zone. We're challenging it, and really a break back above 133, in my opinion, is going to be an extremely bullish event for the cable. Now, if you are looking at the dollar, so I guess I do have a couple more charts for you. If you're looking at the dollar, and generally speaking, you go, well, the dollar index, is getting a nice pivot from this trend line support, a 618 retracement. You can see that the 618 right here, we're holding the 618. We got a bounce of this trend line. You can see it right through here. Okay, so we're getting a bounce higher. If the dollar rallies against the euro, against the Aussie, against the Kiwi, which I didn't even show you, there's the Kiwi, and the Kiwi's coming down. It rallies against the Canadian. But let's say the cable holds the support and really starts to rally, and it bucks the trend on what the rest of the dollar pairs are doing. Well, then you got to go look at you got to look at all the pound crosses, right? Yeah, go take a look at the euro pound, which is holding below the euro pound, which is holding below 86. Okay, go look at the pound Aussie, which is screaming up towards multi-year resistance levels. This is a weekly chart, by the way. Pound Aussie, which is right up against resistance. Pound New Zealand, big consolidation, but the upper end of its consolidation is 1,000 pips higher. Look, if the other dollar pairs, the other dollar pairs like the euro, the Aussie, the Kiwi, the Canadian, they're all moving with dollar strength, and the pound isn't. The pound crosses are going to be the place to be at, even if you're like, wow, the dollar's so strong against the euro and the Aussie, and I don't really want to. I don't want to be long the pound dollar. Then go look at all the pound crosses, because those pound crosses are extremely strong. And if we have some favorable Brexit news over the course of the next week, and the market has to, continue to price not the worst case scenario being a no deal Brexit, we could really see the pound rally against some of those currencies. All right, so that's something that, in my opinion, you need to keep an eye on. So again, we have a lot of central banks meeting. We have non-farm payroll. I'm trying to think, what else do we have that's happening this week? We have, RBA Lowe's speaking. Carney is speaking on Tuesday. We have, some FOMC members speaking. Chinese trade balance on Thursday, and then, but Friday, really, the non-farm payrolls is going to be it. So just a lot. It's going to be a pretty important week, and I think this is a potentially a week where things are going to start to pick up volatility-wise in currencies. Let's hope so, because this low volatility environment, it's definitely for the birds. So guys and gals, remember a couple things. If you're going to be in the New York area, make sure that you sign up for our Traders Expo. Also, if you haven't submitted your trade station, a picture of your trade station, to support@forexanalytix.com, that we're doing a giveaway. We're giving 2 lucky traders a 6-month subscription to Forex Analytics and a bunch of Forex Analytics gear, like a t-shirt, hat, mouse pad, coffee mug. And then we're going to have 3 runner-ups. We're also going to be showcasing everybody on our blog. We've already got like 30 people that have entered, taken pictures of their trade station, and we're not even close to that being over. So we are getting close to that being over. So submit your pictures this week, because I do believe the cutoff date is going to be Monday or Tuesday. So clean up your desk, take a picture of your trade station, submit it to support@forexanalytix.com. One of the grand prize winners is going to be random. It's going to be randomly selected. We have a program that we use to just select one of all the entrants. Then there's going to be one that we select as a team. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And also, if you like this video, if you think it's going to be beneficial to you this next week, click the thumbs up button, and then also select the bell icon, so you're notified every time a new video hits YouTube. This way you can be notified whenever we publish a new interview that we do on a daily basis. Dale Pinkard hosts our Face webinar and does some great interviews throughout the course of the week. You never want to miss those, even if you don't happen to be around to listen to them live. So, guys and gals, my name is Blake Morrow with ForexAnalytix. You've been listening to the Week Ahead video. Have a great trading week. I'll see you on the Face webinar tomorrow morning.